So artists, like the one behind me, Monet, love to paint the seasons. So let's get outside and look for signs of spring. Should we take a trip down to the pond and see if we can find a frog? Stay tuned and I'll show you how. So for this project, you're going to need your sketchbook or a piece of white paper, a waterproof Sharpie marker, make sure it's waterproof, your paints, a paintbrush, and a cup of water. So let's get started. Artists are always looking for shapes when they go to draw things, and I see it looks like a rainbow curve here and two other little bumps. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Get your pen, and I'm going to make a great big rainbow curve. Now I'm going to add a bump for the leg, and 1, 2, 3 for his little feet. Another bump, 1, 2, 3. Now he needs some eyes, and those frog heads have big bulgy eyes, so we're going to put a rainbow here and fill it in, and another rainbow. You've got big froggy eyes, and there's his mouth. Now, if you want to, you can have him with a long tongue. Maybe he's going to catch a fly. That's up to you. I'm going to do the bottom of my frog, but what's he sitting on? Let's have him sitting on a lily pad. So bump around, another bump, and around. We did the hop over trick. Now you could call it all done, or if you want, you can draw maybe a little water lily in the background and a butterfly or a dragonfly flying nearby. Dragonflies love ponds as well. Once your picture is done, it's time to paint it. Now, a frog is green, but it's a very light colored green. So we're going to need to add yellow to our green to make it turn out the way we want. So I'm going to start with my yellow, and my yellow needs a little cleaning. That has, unfortunately, some orange in it. So I'm going to clean that off. I should have done it last time. There we go. I want my water and my paint to spread, so I'm going to get that frog a little bit wet. Now to make my green, I'm going to take some yellow. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'm going to put yellow on my frog first. Maybe I can blend it right on my frog. Should we try that? Artists try different things all the time. They experiment. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of green and put it on top. And there's a nice froggy green. It's a very yellowy green. Okay, I've got that. Time for, I'm going to do next, I'm going to do my water next. Now, I am looking down on the pond, so I'm going to fill this whole thing with water. And you're probably looking at me saying, she forgot her paint. Do we tell her? What I'm doing first is I am getting my paper very, very wet so that my paint will spread around and look very watery, just like real water. So I'm going to take my blue. I think that's blue. Yep. And when I put it on, you see how it likes to spread? That's because I got my paper wet first, and that makes the coolest effect. I might even add a touch of green in there. Okay, spread it all around. And I have a trick for you that I forgot to tell you about. We are going to add a little bit of salt just to the water, and it will give it that starbursty, sparkly effect that will make it look like the sun is shining on the water and keeping this frog very, very happy. Now, the trick to this is you have to do it while it's still wet. So I'm going to take a little bit of salt, I've poured it in a cup, I'm going to sprinkle it from up high, and don't do too much. What happens with most kids is they think, oh, it's not working. So they go back and they do more and more and more. It takes time. So just do a little bit and go on to the rest of your painting. And you can see when it all dries, it will have a wonderful effect. So stay tuned and I'll finish this up for you. So my frog is all dry, and if you look closely, you can see what happens when the salt reacts with the wet watercolor. So have fun putting together shapes to make a frog, and when you're all done, don't forget to send me a picture of your work. I can't wait to see it.